It's both fascinating and terrifying how one single event can change the course of your life. And when it comes to a bad event, something that isn't favorable, doesn't treat you well, hurts you, from that moment on that you experienced, that you lived through it, you need to reconcile with it, heal from it, and forgive the perpetrators or whoever did it to you. And that can take the rest of your life to do.
No, that's right.
You don't bite the hand that feeds you.
I know that's right.
What word do I overuse?
No, that's right.
Hi guys, it's your girl Savvy C. Welcome back to I Know That's Right, a weekly video series where I give spoiler-free book reviews revolving around a monthly theme. And January's theme is origin stories. Now, let's just address the elephant in the room, the proverbial elephant. January ends tomorrow, in 2 days. And I still have one more book, as promised. But last week, I started my spring semester of classes. I'm here in Paris. If you're new, hey, I'm here living in Paris, getting my master's. And I just forgot how just when a new semester starts, things just happen. You know, it's like syllabi and you gotta wake up, and I have one class that's in person, everything else is online, and they're like lockdown stuff. It's a lot, or lockdown talks, not anymore. A lot's been going on, so that's why I'm delayed. I'm not gonna apologize. I just do this for my love of reading. I love talking to you guys. So I'm not gonna apologize for doing school, but just keep that in mind. Thank you for your patience. That's what I knew. Thank you for your patience with me as my delay. But I am back, baby, with another book, of course. And today I'm talking about Roxane Gay's Hunger, a Memoir of My Body. This, ironically enough, is my first book by reading that I read from her. I didn't read Bad Feminist, right? So everyone hears that title of, I feel like that's like her hit single, if you will. That's her number one best known book. I didn't read that. Maybe that does make me, haha, no pun intended, a bad feminist. But I read this book first instead, and I rarely, I always do my research if it's not recommended to me when it comes to books that I share with you guys, particularly on these episodes. But I didn't, for whatever reason, I just didn't research this book. And so I really had no idea what I was getting myself into. And immediately, like 30, 40 pages in, I was just like immersed in just her world and her writing. It was just so pulled in and attracted, and just like, it just felt like I was just transcended into her world, walking with her, alongside of her, as she took me through her life. So about this book, it's 220 pages, 88 chapters with 6 sections that are marked via Roman numerals. And throughout this book, Roxane Gay just documents and details, outlines her life events from a immediately trauma-inducing, life-changing event that happened to her in her childhood, and how that day, that moment that changed her life forever impacted the rest of her life to, not present day, or, whenever she published this book. I think back in 2018. I'll double check, I'll put that up here. But then she documents it and outlines it and uses within a frame of food, of how her relationship with food, hunger, feeding herself, eating, was a direct response, as well as just ultimate defense mechanism to help combat and deal with the trauma that happened from said life-changing event. We're spoiler-free on this side, so I'm not gonna say what the life-changing event is. Read it for yourself to learn that. But with her eating and, again, just trying to protect herself, control her, control her surroundings, protect herself, she loses control, and just details that so just frankly, with great vulnerability, and doesn't hold anything back. There are many times of this book where it was like it was just so striking to read, but also just really refreshing, just how real she was and how real she was just able to address what happened. Said, you know, I said what I said, I meant what I meant. You know, that was a huge just underlying tone through her writing, which as a reader I appreciated. Again, at times it was kind of jarring. I feel like now we're very much in, you know, the cancel PC culture, you know, tiptoe around your words, be careful what you say, but it's her straight to the point, being able to admit with herself that she is and still continues to be at war with herself, and, you know, turns to eating to do so. At her biggest, she was 577 pounds. She's 6 feet 3 inches. So she is just, you know, a quite the force, and just, you know, what that means. And, you know, as a Black woman showing up in the world, in academia, all these things, you know, all these factors. She's Haitian American, just talking about just all those layers that are a part of her. And then just, again, how as she matriculated through life, what food has meant to her and what role food and eating has played over the course of her life, and how just those life events unfolded. It was really fascinating too. I myself was able to relate just a bit, like literally very, very small, but at my biggest, I was 198 pounds, and I'm 5'4", 5 feet 4 inches, so not, you know, not nearly, you know, I can't at all relate, but I could, in the sense of, and she talks about thinness being social currency, and how, you know, your body is constantly commented on if you are bigger. And I could definitely relate to that. I know now, you know, the attention and the compliments and just the thing, just the rhetoric around me now versus high school, early college Savannah, is day and night. It's a stark difference. And it's just really fascinating of just what, as a society, as a culture, I feel like I say this every like 2-3 episodes, of just what we accept, learn, value, deem beautiful, deem worthwhile, deem that, you know, if you are on the bigger, pluser side of life, if you are, you know, heaven forbid, you're a double-digit size dress, that, you know, you're unhealthy, you know, you can't live right, you can't, you know, enjoy yourself, you're not like human almost, you're just like a project that thin people, skinny people, whatever you want to say, need to fix. You know, you need to be fixed so you can have the good life and be, you know, thin, be whatever. And so that's just really fascinating to read and discover, and then just think, you know, and just think of my own life and how I've seen that play out time and time and time again, and how that just continues to play out over social media, movies, TV shows, wherever. I give this book 4 stars. I really recommend it to those who are fellow writers. This is a great book for fellow writers out there. Just her diction, her tone of voice, her use of language is really great. I think it's important to absorb such writing like this, and to just peep how, you know, she's able to just story tell so well. And then I also recommend this to people who are really at war with themselves currently, at war with their bodies, maybe, you know, avoid mirrors at all costs, right? Or, you know, avoid scales, don't do things, whatever, because, you know, their external appearance or how they just feel inside. I really recommend this book to you all as well. I think this is a great book that just, like, again, just straight up, frankly states how it's just like everyone's going through something, you know, and one's weight shouldn't, what I'm trying to say here, one's weight just like shouldn't hold you back, nor should it like propel you forward, that type of thing. Hopefully that makes sense. But, you know, I think it's just a good book of just talking about that and addressing that, and how, you know, you have to kind of just liberate yourself, but it is a daily, lifelong struggle to always pick yourself, to, you know, pick yourself when you're down, address your faults, but then again, triumph again. You know, every day is a fresh day, a new start. So yeah, that is all I got for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment below, you know, your thoughts on this book. If you read it before, you're familiar with Roxanne's work, let me know. Then I'm going to definitely read Bad Feminist in the coming months, so I'll talk about that too in the comments. As always, I'm sending my love to wherever you are in the world where you're watching this. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!